Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Tortoise acquisition stock. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investing journey together. So today we're going to be talking about Hyliion stock. Guys, you guys should be picking up this stock. I mean, it's an absolute bargain. I know that the overall stock market has been crashing lately, and I've honestly taken the opportunity to buy the dip on these EV stocks because I know they're going to grow for years to come. The whole EV market generally is a pretty new industry. It has a lot of room to grow, and a lot of people are bullish about the whole EV industry itself, backed by a lot of big-time investors and these big companies. Tortoise acquisition has big news coming up, guys. On September 28th, it's actually set to merge with Hyliion stock or become or trade as Hyliion Corp. It's actually going to be huge news for the stock. And if you guys don't know what Hyliion actually does, it's an American company. It's based out of the United States, which specializes in Class A truck components, basically designs and develops hybrid suspension systems and electrified powertrains for basically heavy duty trucks. Overall, it's a huge market that's been untapped. As you guys know, Tesla's trying to roll into the large, semi-truck industry as well. You have Hyliion and you also have Workhorse. Overall, it's going to be a huge competitive market, and I think Tortoise acquisition is going to be a very good competitor. I mean, analyzing the 5-year chart, this thing did IPO April 22nd, 2019, so it's a fairly new company. I mean, it's only been around for about a year. I mean, and it's up 336% ever since it IPO'd. Looking at the 1-year chart, I mean, honestly, it's just a steady climb upward. Overall, the stock is doing very, very well for itself. Over the 1 year, it's up 331%. Even the 3-month chart, it's up 149%. And the 1-month chart is up 32%. Today, it is not doing so well, down 5.26%. I mean, overall in itself, the stock market has not been doing that well lately. The Dow and the S&P 500 have been crashing basically for about a week straight now, but Tortoise acquisition still holds strong. If you guys take a look, yes, it is down 12% for the 1 week, but it's not doing as bad as other stocks are personally doing. And I know when September 28 comes, which is this Monday, and this thing is trading as Hyliion Corp, it's actually going to be huge for the stock itself. And I know that Hyliion is actually going to be a very top contender in the EV industry. And that's the thing about the EV industry in itself. It's still a very new industry. There's still a lot of money to be made. I know that there's going to be big time corporations that are going to be lined up to want to sign deals with Hyliion Corp, or overall they're going to want to invest in Hyliion Corp or hold big stakes. If you guys don't know, a lot of these companies are IPOing and they're starting to grow really, really quick, and I know that a lot of these companies are going to want stakes in these EV companies. EV companies are the future, and it's not just because the overall truck idea is a very good idea and it's a very unknown tap market, but everyone knows that the EV market is going to grow for years to come. You guys have to understand, when it comes to battery power, we're just at the very beginning phases of this. I mean, you have to take a look. I mean, yes, we're at luxury cars and we're rolling into trucks, but there's also ships and airplanes and so much more stuff you can do with battery power that's going to save companies a lot of money in the long term. Soon enough, when these battery powered companies evolve, soon enough you're going to have like all these airlines and cruise companies wanting to sign deals because they know that soon enough they're going to want battery powered ships and planes, and there's just so much you could do with the overall industry. This is why I think people should take the opportunity to buy the dip on Hyliion stock. Everything I say in my videos, guys, is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. But I mean, looking at the overall market, it's been crashing for a week, and the only thing that's holding up pretty well is EV stocks. So Tortoise acquisition, Hyliion, aside from the cola that's just tanking, that's a whole nother video. But even Tesla are doing very, very well in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of a crash, because even in the state of pandemic, everyone knows the value behind these companies. Everybody knows that these companies are going to grow for a very long time, and everybody knows that these companies are going to have a lot to offer in the long term. Overall, I think everyone should take the opportunity to buy the dip on Tortoise acquisition. I can't wait for September 28th. Hoping for the merger to go through. I think it will go through, and this is going to be trading as Hyliion Corp. And the cool thing is, Tortoise acquisition is actually looking to merge with another company. I'm very curious to see how that plays out. But overall, Hyliion stock is a must buy. I think people should take the opportunity to pick up as much shares of Tortoise acquisition as they can. I mean, the stock is doing relatively well for itself. Like I said, this thing IPO'd basically at a penny stock, almost at a penny stock, $9.70, and it's at $42.15. I mean, it's doing a lot better than a lot of the stocks in the S&P 500 and overall in the general market. It kind of shows the direction that these EV companies are headed. I mean, This thing is always backed by analyst upgrades. It's got a lot of big time investors behind its name. Retail investors love Hyliion stock because they know the value behind Hyliion. They know what Hyliion can offer as a company, and they know that Hyliion is going to grow for a very long time. Overall, I do rate Hyliion stock a buy. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you guys think of Hyliion stock. How many shares do you guys own of Hyliion stock? Are you guys excited for September 28th for the merger to go through? Very curious to know your thoughts, guys. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Have a good day.